Hello, hi.
And Andrea is really keen about stopping. We had a meeting at our friend Rosie's house where we were talking about various strategies. And I just, we connected there, and she came to an event where Ian Crane and myself, we spoke at the Seven Stars in Totnes. And we got some really exciting news about Totnes. This is in the Totnes Times. So you've got the Totnes Times there. And we've got two people watching already. Welcome. And the Totnes Times News, we've got it right here. Town to impose 5G moratorium. So the pressure is really stepping up now as more and more towns like Glastonbury and Frome get their councils to invoke the precautionary principle, which is basically to get them to press the pause button on 5G and to really put the pressure on. Now, while, okay, this may not have standing in law, it's still a massive, what's the word, like a massive statement, basically, that people can make to their councils and say, look, we do not want 5G, and wake up the population. Because if you get it into the paper, into the local paper, that there's going to be a moratorium, which is what we've managed to do here in Totnes. This is actually on the front page of the newspaper, and it's the second time that basically myself and others have managed to get this into the front page of the news, and it'll wake people up. People will read this, they'll think, oh my gosh, we've got to do something about this. And the journalist, of course, the local journalist is attending the council meetings, engage with the journalists there. And if this is done up and down the country, I think, the telecoms industry, they're going to have a really hard time rolling this technology out. We've got to engage with the councillors, tell your councillors, look, we're going to really fight to stop this being imposed in our local area. So we've just really got to take action here. But just reading some of the article here, so Totnes is leading the way in declaring a moratorium on the rollout of the controversial 5G technology in Totnes. And you've got here talking about the 245 scientists and doctors that are standing up to really, oppose 5G. And then the petition that we've got, it's actually now over 1,000 people in Totnes have signed this petition to keep Totnes 5G free. And yeah, we've got the mayor on board. So the mayor basically said, yes, we'd like this moratorium. She's written to the telecoms companies to send off these notices of liability saying, look, and it's basically a human rights crime. And, it's all spelled out here in this article. And in the article, it actually says the council, the mayor actually states, we have a duty of care to our residents. So this is where it comes in, is that the councils have a duty of care. And this is written in the Constitution. So you've got to quote this when you go to your town council meetings. You've got to say, look, the animals are getting affected by this. The children are the most vulnerable. All these doctors and scientists saying 5G is a bad idea. EMF radiation is absolutely toxic to all living things. You have a duty of care to protect the community. Now, this is really important. And yeah, it just mentions me in there and another campaigner about basically, saying that we don't want 5G. And there's a section in here, I'm just trying to find it, where it says that by going to the council, we can really create change. And, because we're raising the awareness, we're really raising the awareness. So the petition is another way up and down your local area, getting signatures from people, showing them the evidence. You're waking people up. Getting it in the paper, you're waking people up, okay? You're waking your councillors up by going to the town council meetings. So you've just got to be a real loudmouth. I mean, that's what I am. I mean, I go into shops, hey, you know about 5G? I'll ask them what they know about 5G. First of all, you go straight in there, you say, hey, 5G is dangerous. they might think you're a bit of a nut job, but you go in there, you say, hey, what do you know about 5G? Oh, it's like faster downloads. Oh, really? Well, did you know that all these doctors and scientists are actually saying it's harmful to health? And if you have an article on you that you can show somebody, have one of these folders where you have like 10, 20 different articles of like research, or have the space appeal, the EU appeal, some of this other stuff, and bam, it's right there, the evidence. They can't really refute it. So yeah, Andrea, did you want to say anything?
Well, I'll be in the general meeting next Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Kingsbridge, talking to the councillors to raise awareness and to stop 5G. So I welcome everybody who is in Kingsbridge or want to join me. Please come, because we need to be united. I mean, this is not about John, no, it's not about me. It's all about it's about all of us. We are all in danger. So we need to protect us and protect the bees and protect the environment.
Yeah. So that's Kingsbridge. What's the address for the place?
I don't have the address.
Where the town council meets. So you could probably Google Kingsbridge Town Council meeting. What date is it? Do you know?
10th of September, 7 p.m.
Okay, 10th of September, 7 p.m. And that's, so yeah, you can go there. I think it's 6:30 for asking questions, isn't it?
Probably.
Totnes, it was
yes.
like that. So you can put your questions forward, or it's like, for me, it's more of a statement. You've got to get all the evidence out there, and then give the councillors photocopies of some of the things. That's what Chris Baker did. That's what I've done. Yeah, it's not the be all and end all. There's a bigger picture here, obviously, with the smart cities, all these sustainable development goals they're trying to introduce, and the UN. So we got to, look at the notices of liability. Let's look at everything. Let's put everything on the table and not limit our choices here. But, this is one thing we can do of many. So we've also got the tour coming up. I put a video out about that, ianrcrane.com. Invite your friends. Yeah, maybe you've seen it already. 5G, is it safe? You might be like, no, I don't need to go. Tell your friends about the tour. Invite other people, or you don't even have to just talk much about 5G. Just say, oh, there's an interesting talk on. Why don't you come along? And then you'll be waking them up. So, thank you for listening. Anything else you wanted to?
No, just join us. Please join us. We need to fight together. We need to be here. We are all in on this, and John is doing a very nice job. I'm with him, and let's make this happen, because we need people. We need you. We need everybody to be on board on this.
Thank you very much. And I've got the forum now up and running on the web. Okay, we're live. So the forum is now up and running, 5gawareness.com. You can join, you can register, and then I'll send you a username, and or register with your username. I'll send you a password. You can join, and that way, if Facebook shuts us down or the Facebook groups disappear, we've still got a forum where we can discuss, and it's organized by regions, so people can join the local regions. There's stuff for templates, FAQ, so you get your notices of liability, documentation, how to set up an event, GP letter. That's another thing. Go download the GP letter from the downloads page. Show it to your GP. Tell them you're electrosensitive. If you can get a GP on board, contact me through the website, because I'm in touch with a barrister. If we get doctors and barrister, like they're doing in Australia, they're taking down thousands of 5G transmitters. So there's a video with Ray Broomhall. We can do something about this, but I need GPs. So if you're a GP, or you know anyone who's a GP, who's all they need to do is just agree that this is dangerous technology, then we can really start moving forward very quickly. Because of course they're recognized in court. So have a great weekend, and just wanted to share the great news about the moratorium. Take care.